I feel that enabling digital access in this demographic is really important. Otherwise, you're not really going to solve for the issues that are known that we've discussed. Access to information regarding skilling programs, even the government schemes. I feel a lot of these women are not even aware of the schemes available to them. And there is actually a lot of funding being made available from the government for these programs, but people don't know how to avail of it. And opportunities for jobs, resume creation, they don't even know what a resume is. They don't have access to digital equipment or laptop. How are you supposed to expect them to even have a CV? And I sometimes feel maybe in this demographic, a CV is also archaic, right? It's not maybe a meaningful way to present your skills. Maybe they need to have something on a platform where they're able to just showcase who they are, what their aspiration is, and it could be just a video profile as well. So interviewing skills, I feel YouTube tutorials, self-learnings for upskilling, reskilling is very important. Tech can be really used to leverage a lot of and solve for a lot of this to meet scale and skilling interventions, because you cannot scale this on, at least in our country, if you're not using technology, because a lot of them, even if they're very rural, do have access and they do understand Instagram, and their window to the world through that little, screen kind of gives them a whole different dream and reality, or sometimes they don't actually understand the reality. So I feel monitoring and tracking to ensure that the data stored and how we are sharing that data is organized to the candidate, to their profiles, to engage with candidates in a timely intervals and follow-ups, having that information to them as well, accessible. We personally encountered some of these challenges in our two-decade experience with Nani Kali, which you're familiar with, which is our girl child program in education. And we hope to resolve a lot of these issues through technology but I say we need to do it digitally. It cannot be purely digitally, because the physical touch is still required in terms of counseling and community sensitization. You cannot do away with that, and that cannot be done digitally. You cannot teach these girls, even though scaling would be very easy to have hundreds of children on a screen and on a platform, but they don't grasp that level of detail. They're not really, qualified to intake that kind of information through a screen. I think that personal engagement is very required, that trust, that building of the relationship that the trainer has in the smaller groups where they're actually taught things. And, some of them have shared, maybe sharing a mobile between 5 members of a family, and it's typically the male who has the phone, or they don't even have computers. So, I would like to add that we're doing this in a way where we recognize that we cannot do away with the physical element, but to scale from the job and the demand matching, it is important to have technology. So I would like to add that we at the Mahindra Group and the program I'm running called Mission Even, we are aspiring to build a first of its kind gender intentional platform for job matching. It will be a digital platform to enable women of this demographic to access, via our skilling partners and our implementation partners, to access suitable and relevant jobs that meet these criteria and needs. And they have, when the it opens up a whole area of different opportunities versus just the ones that we have kind of made available, that matching from both the demand and supply, like you said, the gap needs to be reduced, then they see progress and they see success as well. And that will have a cascading effect on the rest of the demographic. So we hope to bring scale via the candidate pool and bringing funding, employment partners, demand, the job givers and the job seekers onto a common platform targeted for women only, which will cater, hopefully, and create this job matching, which is what we're trying to do.